What's up, guys? This is Brent from Brent Cove's Physical Therapy and Performance Training. In this video, I want to emphasize something that's a little bit more for the climbers out there. What we're going to do is we're going to work on building your own suspension trainer system at home. If you're not familiar with suspension training systems, you might have seen TRX in your local gyms or rings that you see gymnasts using on a regular basis. Today, I'm going to show you guys, your climbers in particular, how to use a lot of your own climbing gear and a few other things you might have around the house to build your own suspension trainer system. So what you're going to need, you're going to need a couple towels. This is just a little hand towel that I've rolled up into a bunch like so. And I have a sling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to girth hitch this sling around the towel, and this is going to form a stopper. And I'm going to wedge this into a door frame, like this one behind me, and what's going to happen is the door is going to get stuck between the rope and the stopper end. And so what we're going to do then is create our anchor there. So I have two already made now, and so one of the things here is you don't want to destroy your door. You don't want to scratch it, you don't want to bang it up too much because you want to get your deposit back. So what I do for this is I take a big long towel, one that I don't particularly care for, one that I don't mind getting beaten up, and I'm going to drape it over the front of the door and make sure it's nice and smooth, lined up well. Check the other end. And then I'm going to take my two stoppers, I'm going to flick them over. Typically, you want to set this up so you set this up on the side of the door opposite the direction that the door opens. In this case, I'm setting up in the direction that the door opens, which isn't quite as strong, but it can still work as long as your door is really sturdy. And then I'm going to add one more towel on top because it's also going to put some friction on the top of your sling here, and you want to protect your slings for when you actually do go climbing outside. So throw that over there. And again, I'm going to make sure everything's smooth. You have your two stoppers on this end. And then, once you feel like you have everything in place, go ahead and close the door. You want to make sure the door is very firmly closed. Make sure it's not opening up on its own. Give these a tug. Make sure that they're solidly in place. And lastly, make sure that no one opens the door while you're exercising on this. That'll be very bad. So, the next thing that I'm going to do is now I'm going to extend these slings out because I can't do a lot with just this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some longer slings on carabiners and clip those in. And now you can see how the towel here, if I drop these, the carabiners are just going to hit the towel and nothing's going to get scratched. Now, I can also add an extra layer of protection. Say I want to do more than just do some rows on the ends of the sling. Say I want to add some nuts to practice my pinch grip. So I could just do a little pinch training here on this nut here. But what if I let go? This is going to smack into the door, and that's no good. So an added level of protection that you can use is your crash pad. You can take your crash pad, open it up so it covers the door. Put it in place. You can tell I'm doing this from home. And from here, you have your nuts. And one other thing that I found is I can use a bunch of quick draws or carabiners to simulate pocket grips. And from here, I'm going to clip all those in. And I can adjust the depth of the pocket that I'm working on depending on how many carabiners I have in place. If I have all four of these carabiners in place, I have a nice, pretty deep pocket that goes all the way up into my proximal interphalangeal joints here. These guys right here. So it's a fairly deep pocket. And I can progressively make that a shallower pocket by taking away those carabiners. And slowly you can see how that pocket will get smaller. Now I'm not strong enough to hold on to this in a pure pocket crimp style, but for those of you who are, that might be something you could work on. And from here, I could potentially work rows, combining different kinds of pinches. I could work a pinch on a nut, I could do a pocket grip here, and pull up this way. Similarly, I could just work on holding on to the sling here, and do my rows this way, in the more traditional way, right here. And in that way you can work some suspension training at home and keep up your strength while we're all being contained here from the coronavirus. Or if you just happen to be training at home and you want something else to do, this is a way you can very quickly and cheaply set up your own suspension trainer. Hope that's helpful, and see you guys in the next episode.